First off, rest in peace, neighborhood Nip. I ain't crip, but I'm on that neighborhood shoot. Building business, it's that black owned. If you hustle, better hustle till your pack gone. If you work, better work till your back hurt. And if you rap, make it better than your last verse. Yeah, more lyrics. Stick and move, Javante
AJ, El Presidente, Eddie Kane University. Hill gon' heal, regardless. You, Buchanan, Bethel High School, by way of 3-Man Weave, LLC.
Michelle, producer, Faith Overseer.
You can catch this wave from the Marlins to the Marvins. Doing things you can't believe. It's the 3-Man Weave.
What's up? I'm back, baby. Oh,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Feeling refreshed. How y'all feeling, fellas? How y'all feeling?
Feeling great.
We here. We locked in.
Locked in?
I'm strapped in.
You see, you almost took me to another place. Man, what's going on, good people out there? This is your 3 favorite guys. You already know who it is. It's the 3-Man Weave podcast. This is episode
Favorite pod.
Talk to them. The favorite pod, episode 151. This is May 4th. Yeah, it's May 4th, AJ.
No.
Don't look like that. It's May 4th.
No, I'm trying to do something. I'm working on something.
I know y'all can catch us on all major podcast platforms, 3-Man Weave, Instagram, Twitter, 3-Man Weave _ You can email us at podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. We are also on TikTok and Twitch at 3-Man Weave _ I'm Hill gon' Hill regardless, baby. Who I got with me tonight?
You already know.
That's your boy Cannon.
Oh, sorry. I'm a little premature.
Yeah.
With both of them.
Yeah, you already know you got your boy Cannon, man. Here to cut the cap, and that's a fact. Commander fan official.
Welcome back, bro.
He's back. All right, well, now it is my proper turn, and I get a little excited and a little overzealous sometimes, and this normally doesn't happen, but it's your boy AJ. Game 2 tonight, and we're gonna see what my boys could do.
Well, we're gonna talk about it.
Oh, I know.
Oh, we're gonna talk about it.
Oh, I know.
We definitely gonna talk about it. And before we move any further, throw your 4s up. Shouts out to the 4s.
Don't hate on me, Jarvis.
We see our guys in here. We got.
I'm actually surprised that he's here tonight.
The Cannons don't.
He's been here.
No. It's not the fact that he definitely been here. He been riding with his boys is playing. That's why I'm watching at the same time.
You can do both.
You can do both.
That's a perfect example of how you support your people, man.
And
you
I
can
love
do
it.
both, man.
And I love it. Like you can't, like you say, this is YouTube. You know what I'm saying? This is YouTube. This is YouTube. That's cable. You know what I'm saying? You can do 2 things, baby. You know what I'm saying?
All these devices everybody got. I know I could pull that joint up on everything.
When the last time one of y'all trolls went wrong, though?
Oh, well.
I don't really troll, man, and that's the thing.
Oh, say it, Candy. Complete that. Keep it real.
A troll is a troll, but in reality, a troll is only how you accept it. A lot of the times, even when I feel like someone's trolling, they're possibly not trolling. It's you're in your feelings in the moment. And that's really what it is. So what happens is if you go somewhere and you talk trash all season, and then the moment of truth comes and your trash is not backed up, you would consider any and every valid response to your trash talk a troll. When all it is it's payday. It's collection time. So it's like, if you can't take the heat, get out the kitchen, man. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, my trolls really don't go wrong. I mean, if once I go into troll mode, it's over for you, though.
Yeah.
Because I got time, bro. I got time, man.
That's for me. I don't know if I could say my trolls ever go wrong, because I will say most of the time when people think I'm trolling, I'm not. Well, no. When people think I'm trolling, they haven't seen nothing yet. Because most of the time, most people are more invested than I am, and I know how to get a reaction out of people. Like I even get healed sometimes because it's fun, and usually I am the one that's like, okay, once I see that I got you, I'm not stopping, and it's really hard. It's really hard to get me. Yeah, you're definitely trollable, but
like,
it's really hard to troll me because I guarantee you care more than I do.
He'll respond to trolls. That's why.
It's not even that he'll respond to trolls. He'll get mad, boy.
That's what I'm talking about.
He'll be getting mad. So it'll be like, I'll be sitting here, yo, I just want to let some of the fours know I have stalled y'all out. I've definitely stalled some of y'all out because he was ready. He was ready to glitch on a couple of y'all. And
it's the fact. Yeah, it's the fact that I do.
Jarvis, you push our buttons. don't even go there. You push our buttons. Let's do that.
It's the fact that I do respond to pretty much the majority of
everything.
Yeah, but I be trying. But somebody today, when keeping a troll goes wrong, he was messing with the boy.
Hey.
So let me give us some context. I'm gonna bring it.
Let's call people out, man. Let's call names, man.
So Lethal Shooter, he posted a screenshot from Twitter on Slam Studios where they were saying T Morant is approaching LeVar Ball levels of annoyance.
Mm-hmm.
And then Lethal Shooter posted, this is crazy because he's literally done nothing but being a supportive father on the sidelines and giving props to his son and all of his son's opponents. As you've seen him, he was over there with Karl Anthony Towns' dad. They was kicking it, laughing, joking. And then the boy, Mr. Champagne Poppy himself, heart part in the head, said, imagine your son makes the league and he's Ja or Melo or Lonzo. All you can do is be elated, competitive, and over supportive. And it's a rite of passage to the OGs to talk shit, which it is, because OGs always talk shit on the sidelines. And he said, I know I'm going to be this way even if my son's in a Rubik's Cube competition.
I feel him.
We've seen him at games. So
of course. Yeah. What's wrong with supporting?
Bro, he was literally just talking trash to Joel and Jarvis
for supporting, and Jarvis even said he got TNT on the laptop, got us on the big screen. You feel me?
What time it? Like I was.
So what's wrong with any man? I was gonna say a black man.
No, I don't even care, bro. This is your child.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Supporting your son.
And what I really hate is because remember one of those dudes from those bigger networks was criticizing LeBron at Bronny's game, saying he's trying to steal the light from Bronny. No. Maybe he's a father seeing his son possibly live out his dream and actually being amazing.
I can't control everything that comes with me being Bron at this point. I still want to go see my son play. Should I not go see him play because I'm a media circus? I can't control that.
Whenever Bron walks into a room, he is going to be the focal point of it.
Period.
If LeBron showed up at one of these playoff games, he will be the biggest, he would be the focus. And that's all the NBA's fault. The NBA for years has made this such a Bron-centric league. And now, as you see, without him because they thought, it was his league. He was the face of the league. He was the best player in the league. And instead of focusing just on all the players, instead, they really did push him as the one and only face. And so, to get it back on topic, T Morant, and here's my thing.
He's just sitting courtside.
He's sitting courtside. We ain't heard T Morant speak as long as Ja been in the league until just now. How is he approaching LeVar Ball? And once again, I still have no issue with LeVar Ball because you got you ended up putting 3 kids on NBA rosters.
Yeah, I mean
2.5.
He was he made a roster. He may not have stayed, but he made it.
I'm still trying to figure out. So this is the topic where Hill met a troll today.
No, I didn't meet the troll at all. But
Drake was on his troll.
Drake.
Hey.
I'm getting sidetracked.
Drake was in cannon form today.
Hey. Look, man. So for y'all who didn't know, Drake.
But whenever Drake, my fault, AJ. Whenever Drake says something, he always make it reality. It's like you gonna make me send bottles to Charlemagne, like, and really send. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he always. So it's like he's one of the realest trolls, man. You gotta be careful with him.
No, and it's not even that he's one of the realest trolls. Like, bro,
you should just mind your business,
bro. Don't fuck with a petty billionaire. You can't win,
but don't mention my kids. But once again, the subject is still. It was first off,
and the other dude got kids. He should have understood.
And exactly, bro. And like
he got a wife and kids, bro. He should have understood.
You know they off limits.
Unless you are Pusha T, do not mention Drake's kids, bro.
That's a fact, because Pusha was ready, and like you said, you was not ready for the repercussions.
Was Pusha really ready, or did Jay Prince save Push?
I won't necessarily say who did the saving, but I will say, your wife, dog, don't save her. She don't want to be. She saved. Is gone, bro. She woke up this morning with 940 followers, 940 followers. Last time I checked at noon. Last time I checked at noon, she was at 15.
Oh,
that was at noon. Yeah, Drake made her start, bro. Drake is petty. Drake is petty enough where he ain't even got
Drake into that DMs.
100%. She posting, laughing and saying that, oh, Drake DM me, but I bet you she responded and she didn't. She ain't gonna post those. And guess what, bro? That's Drake. I could lose. Like, I'm losing my girl to a goddamn party promoter. Drake? Oh, you got to just wipe your hands with it, dog. Like that shit is just going. Like, there's nothing you could do about it. Her in that DM, all it said was name, birth date, and email address. And guess what? Man. She is gone. She got a random business trip that just came up last minute.
I tried to warn this guy.
He gonna be like, but baby, how you got a business trip? Like, you a stay-at-home mom.
Listen.
Oh.
Drake troll.
I got to put me first.
Stay at home mom convention.
And then he just said, I want to help. I'm here for you, man. So it's like, listen, if you want to get out of that, we ain't even got to be romantic. Like, I could just get you out of that, man, because he's a clown.
We can move.
If you want to get out of that, I can help you for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I could just warn you from afar, bro. I don't even got to be with her, sleep with her, or anything. I could give her the access to be away from you, bro.
Cause you know what's crazy? It's more than Drake in them DMs now.
Oh, bro, she got 15. Well, yeah. Let's just go ahead, keep it going. I just want to give y'all.
I had to go back to this comment because, like I said, this right here might have ended the segment. Lesson learned: never troll. Keep your girl away from them party promoters. That's a fact, bro. You gotta learn it. You gonna learn the hard way.
Once they go in there and hugging everybody, it's over, bro.
You can learn one way or another.
100%.
Let's start having house parties.
Oh, but peep game. Her husband, he just changed. He just put a hashtag in his profile that says "Whiskey Poppy."
Nah, we not doing that. Nah, that's not what we doing.
Fellas, she is at 20K.
20K, and now you Whiskey Poppy, bro. You lost your girl, bro.
I will say his followers
went up too. I'm sure just to see him, you know.
Oh,
his followers ain't go up.
It did, but now he's dropping a Drake diss.
Hey, he gotta maximize his.
He's going out sad.
He's going out sad already. He gotta maximize at this point.
We needed to see that before the pod. We needed that on the big screen, right? Yeah, matter of fact, you know what? That's getting posted tomorrow. Don't worry about it.
Definitely.
No, don't worry about it.
We're gonna put that up there.
That is terrible.
College students, if you're in college, hit us up, man. We got a job for you.
Definitely unpaid.
Yeah, how we gonna pay? Shit, we gonna pay. Shit. we interns, goddammit. For the love of money.
Oh man, but somebody else again, caught a repercussion. What was dude thinking, bro? Speaking of diss tracks, dude that ran up on stage for Dave Chappelle had a alleged diss track years ago on Dave Chappelle. Like, what's going on? He found out the hard way.
So he really just been hating Chappelle for a long time, is what you're telling me.
That's what it seemed like.
what people fail to realize in this internet era, just because you beefing don't mean you got the upper hand. Now you got hands and feet.
That was one-sided beef. Like, I don't know you.
Yeah, facts. That's not even considered beef if I don't know you.
Yeah.
What did Big Thomas used to say back in the day though? Get your issue.
He didn't get his issue. Another wise man once said, "Run up and haters get done up." And guess what?
Punk jump up to get beat down.
And boy, they gave that man.
Boy,
everybody jumped in.
They beat that boy.
Bro. You had Kevin Hart up there stumping him out. Busta Rhymes, Taraji P. Henson,
last person,
bro. How you get, bro?
I guarantee you, Busta did most of the damage, bro.
Bro, that arm ain't never gonna be the same.
That's Busta.
They put that boy in an arm bar. Like, like when in the UFC, when they put you in the arm bar and you get there and you tap out, he probably was in there trying to tap out and forgot, hey, this is a street fight. That shit don't work here. Snap.
But did you peep Dave's swim move though? Yeah, it was impressive.
But it was bad form tackling. It was more so he tried to go for his stick.
That ain't his fault. I plan to get tackled.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It was bad form tackling.
Good form dodging, regardless.
100%. But to me,
time I'm on.
You got to see what your coaches say. Eyes up, see what you gonna hit.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have that.
Buster saw what he was hitting, right?
Oh, yeah. So break your neck. Come on. That's all that was playing backstage.
And he got charged.
He got charged.
So you get your ass whooped and you charged. That's a double whammy. Oh,
because it's on tape.
Yeah.
That's what it's supposed to be. That. And remember, like when it was that big old, like, when Will Smith smacked Chris, they were talking about, it's gonna, put comedians in danger. Comedians always been getting run up on, but usually it was never someone of Will Smith's caliber.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only issue.
And that was a funny joke.
Entertainers, period, be getting ran up on.
And that was a funny joke when Chris Rock
came on. Fuck the shit. They
Mm-hmm.
used to fuck Mojo up.
Chris Rock was like, "God damn, I ain't gonna ever get a better layup than this."
Yeah,
and he brought that bitch home
off the bat. It was off the glass. It was off the glass. He just.
That was definitely a good. Oh man, but that was an exciting time or a funny time today. Today was a funny day. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Just all around, yeah.
It made today actually a good day. I understand like people always try to, social media always take your mind away or they just distraction and all that. But I don't know. Today was a good funny day to me, and you need good days.
But before social media, you were still distracted. It just was other things.
Great.
Crossword puzzles,
girls' booties in third grade.
Yeah, porn, other things like you were still distracted. So let's not you just substituted your distractions all to one place now.
Correct.
That's it.
And my thing is people they don't utilize it right. And I understand it can be an addiction. It is a drug, but for me, I be having tons of fun on social media. Y'all like I be out here
getting funniest, man.
I be getting laughs off. Like I really miss the days when I was active on Twitter. That was really the days.
I'm glad I ain't active on Twitter no more. I was at a dark place.
Yeah.
I'm still in a dark place. I just could share. I could just share my darkness. Can you remember my old Twitter handle?
Speaking. Let's
outrageous, man.
Let's move on.
Twisted mental, because I was motherfucker, boy.
So last week was the draft, and was the draft. So we can talk about it quickly about your team. How you feel about your team's draft, AJ?
All things considered, I'd give my team a B- just because of knowing how everything played out. Just in a vacuum, like I said, it'd be a B- because some of the players that were up on the board were pretty much gone by the time we came up and picked. So we did just pick BPA because we had no choice. But when you picking at 31, that's kind of what you got to do. You just got to pick the best player available and just hope, because you hoping you can get someone out of it. And so it was just like, all right, fuck it. He's the best player available. Shit, Jesse Bates, we don't know. Von Bell, we don't know. Fuck it. He fits a need. And I think he was the best available at the time without reaching.
I think I agree with that.
And then I like what we did in the second round. So I, all things considered, like I said, I give us a B-.
Cannon, how you feel?
I give my team a C+. Reason why I like the trade back in the first round. I didn't like it initially, but listening to Hill's logic actually made sense once I saw the trade, especially knowing that we didn't have a lot of draft capital coming into the draft. But really the C is coming from their first round pick at 16, I believe. It's a gamble. It's a gamble. It could have high upside, but I just feel like they were players still on the board with certified value to me. So it's a gamble, but like I said, he did have the best catch percentage in college football the last 2 years. So it's a gamble to see if his body size, Jahan Dotson, can translate to the NFL. But I did like our day 2 and 3 picks. I like the D tackle from Alabama, even though we didn't need a D tackle, but we're probably gonna lose Deron Payne this year, so it's a move for the future. But then I really like the Sam Howell pick, and the reason being is because I had Sam Howell number 3 prior to everybody else's mock drafts and stuff. I had Sam Howell as my number 3 QB in this draft, and for us to we got Wentz in the trade, but it's like no one knows if that's going to work. So it's like, all right, if that's not going to work, you take what Cannon considers the 3rd best QB in the draft, and you got something to work with. Now you actually have a real quarterback room. So it's like you got Heineke, who is a guy with a chip on his shoulder who does not want to relinquish the reins. You got the high-paid Wentz coming in, and then you got a rookie who's going to have a chip on his shoulder too. So, I think if you put Jahan, if he can be healthy with his body size with Terry McLaurin, we could be a problem. Running back from Alabama, Brian Robinson. I just don't. That's one of the few Alabama running backs I'm not sold on, man.
Alabama running backs be clones, bro. Like they all like.
Yeah, he is strictly too much ground and pound. Like I don't. It's like I don't see enough.
But that's what y'all need on y'all team.
Maybe it may be, and I can see how that's opposite of Gibson. So I can see that, but that I felt like right then and there we could have got a linebacker or somebody that were players on the board. So I go C+. Overall, I like the draft, and I'm excited for the season.
Initially, I gave my team a B-. Initially Thursday, I was not, excited. But I kept telling myself, let me see the full picture. If I can see the full picture, then I can understand what are we doing. And once I saw the full picture, it everything came into fruition. I understood the game plan and they executed, and I can see, what we can do going forward.
Seeing the vision.
Yeah, that's all.
Just seeing the vision.
But B- is what I gave it. Y'all got a winner and a loser for the draft. I can go first.
Okay.
I'm gonna go first, and my winner. I ain't gonna take yours.
I just wanted to do my loser first.
We'll go. Do your loser.
Pats.
I knew you was gonna take mine. That's why you wanted to go first.
That's why I wanted to do it first because I felt like you was about to do it.
I was damn sure about to do it. But go ahead. I don't understand what they were doing. What's crazy is
somebody check on Bill, bro.
It was just weird. I'm like,
Bill has been off.
Yes.
Ever since that screenshot when he confused the Bryans.
He been off a while, bro. He's been on drafting a while.
Watching this winning time and Jack McKinney, hey, it could be happening to Bill. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, because this draft was a lot of reaching for the Patriots. So it's like I definitely, for me, they're the clear losers. I felt like a lot of teams got the players that they wanted, who they think can fit for their scheme and work for their team, and he's one. It looked like Oakland in the past before they were Las Vegas.
Yeah,
because even Las Vegas did pretty good in this draft. You feel me?
It was just weird, and it was like I said, they reached in the first round, and then they just kept reaching. And I've been saying this for years. I'm like, Bill hasn't been drafting well in a while. The fact that he's still a great coach, he overshadows what he's been doing missing in the draft. And I watched Walt. He recapped his draft, Down the Block Sports. And I watched his recap, and Walt is a positive guy, but he'll let you know when he's upset. But you can hear it in his voice, like he was trying to. He didn't know what was going on. He was trying to figure out what Bill was doing. Like he kept trying to explain.
Couldn't see the vision.
He couldn't understand.
Couldn't see the vision.
Like it was just
the last time Bill been Bill.
Like in the draft, I don't know, but people can't separate. They can't separate him as a coach between him as a GM. His GMing skill has been off for a while.
Mm-hmm.
His drafting skill has been off for a while, but again, he can coach. So it looks different because, like I said, he over there coaching that mess.
Mm-hmm.
It's the difference, though. His G, like I said, he needs to step back and just fully coach. But I mean, he old. So
yeah.
You got to lose, AJ.
The Bears.
Bears.
I understand why.
Because to me, it's like I understand you get wide receiver, but you did nothing to protect Justin Fields, and that's what you need. Yeah, to me, you didn't do enough to address that, and then you pick two corners, which I understand corner is a need, but you need to protect your prize investment. You gave up draft capital to get Justin Fields. You need to protect him, and you need to do things to not stunt his development. And I think by not really surrounding him with the talent, it hurts, because I think Justin Fields definitely has a talent to succeed, but he's not Superman yet. You can't just put him out there and say, all right, go win us a game. This ain't college. This ain't Ohio State. And I think that was malpractice.
Can I rebuttal? Because I do agree.
Of course.
With you. Let me shoot him some devil's advocate bail or whatever.
Absolutely.
The way where the board was falling, can you understand why they did what they did there? Because if the board was falling the way that with all the receivers, 6 wide receivers went first round. So now
which we were writing our mock draft about, and people gave us I don't see 6 wide receivers going in the first round. I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, they quiet now. It's okay. But as the board was going, like I said, the receivers was going off the board. Like I said, the offensive, people was going off the board. It's like, okay, I'm a defensive coach. Maybe let's load up on this defense and make this defense let's make sure the defense is dominant, what we know in Chicago, and let's go with a different game plan.
I get that. But then also, when it comes to receiver, you draft Velus Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Velus Jones is 25 right now. He's not a polished receiver coming out, and he's 25 already.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get one contract out of him.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it's like there's other, he has speed, but
what did he get to?
By the time he gets to his next contract, he's going to be 30.
I mean,
you gonna get a second contract out of him, but it ain't like he's gonna be good much longer, because he's gonna be going, like I said, he's 25 and he's still got to come in the league and be polished. Like, he's not one of those receivers where it's like, okay, he's one of them ones.
He's a gadget guy.
He's just a speed guy, and he's already 25. So to me, that's just like, once again, you're not doing enough to me to help your young quarterback. And I understand, you say that, how the board was falling, but there were it was some O linemen available in the second round.
Yeah,
there was some O linemen available in the third round.
I did the best I could for him.
Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure. Okay, I took your rebuttal. It wasn't caping. It was just
it was just
All right, yeah.
I can see
but
this
I just want to say, I don't want. Listen, I'm not a super believer in Velus Jones, but I just want to play devil's advocate on that. Like, the 25 don't hurt him that much. Like, he can play 10 years if he
bro, he's not fit to play 10 years.
No, I'm not saying that he is, but what I'm saying is you saying that he can't is also not, you know what I mean? You got to give him a chance. There's a reason why they drafted him for a reason. So what I'm saying is if he can be healthy and productive, he could play 10 years. You know what I mean? Some trash people have stayed around for a long time in the league just by staying under the radar and doing their job. So it's like, it's possible. So it's like, if he gets 2 contracts, it's like, is that a bad pick for them? I don't think so. Especially like Hill said, when you look at how the ball was falling. So it's like, what more do you want out of picks but to make it to the second contract? You can't really think that all these picks are going to be with you for 3 contracts.
But that's also my point. Like I've said before, the draft
is
hitting on a lot of the draft is
Jarvis. I'm gonna get one. I'm trying. I was trying to get. I'm trying to dump up the screen and shit. I just couldn't get it yet.
That boy's struggling.
Like God damn, I can't get it.
Jarvis stupid.
But who your winner though? Who y'all winner? Because and don't say the Ravens.
I got the Jets.
I'm about to say, don't say the Ravens. Ravens need to just put out a damn pamphlet, book, or something on how to draft because they do it right every year.
Every fucking time, bro. Like
I don't care.
Do you know how frustrating it is watching, like being in a division with these dudes? Like every single year, it's just like, how the fuck they get him? He wasn't even supposed to be there.
And they never high. They like when the last time they had a low draft pick? Like, you feel what I'm saying?
When the last time they reached, bro? Like it was just, bro. I remember that's the last time. Fam, I remember I was watching the draft and I was like, hey, why don't we just draft Orlando Brown? Why don't we draft Orlando Brown? He kept falling and falling and falling. And I'm like, why don't we draft Orlando Brown? We need him. They get this man in the 3rd round and he become all fucking Pro Bowler, all pro type lineman. I'm like, are y'all fucking serious? How do we not like what? Y'all just gonna let them be good. Just give it to him for free. Hand it to him. So not only did they get Kyle Hamilton, who everybody was like, oh, he's gonna like he's one of the center fielders in the draft. Then they get Tyler Linderbaum. I do not know how Tyler Linderbaum is going to fit in their scheme because that's one of the issues that people said that, he's very scheme specific. But now that he goes to the Ravens, this motherfucker is going to be one of the top 10 centers of all time. I'm convinced. I'm fucking convinced. He's going to be Marshall Yonder.
Mm-hmm.
But who y'all got?
I'm going to go with the Bills. I think Bills, they definitely did I want more to say they definitely went best player available. I think they definitely attacked team needs, which I respect when you're drafting late and you have specific team needs. You go get Kyle Elam to go with I can't think of it. Thank you. What is this?
Trey White.
Tre'Davious White. God damn, that she was losing. You pair him up with him. You get who else did they get? You go get Khalil Shakir later on in that round. Another wide receiver to match up. Another route runner. Somebody that can move around with Stephon Diggs. Yeah. That, like you said, that draft that they had going on. I like what they had going on. And just like because I don't want to pick the Ravens. So it's like, well, you said who'd you have, Cannon?
I had the Jets, man.
Yeah, Jets had a draft.
Jets had a draft. And they had a free agency.
Yeah.
So they had an off season.
I want to just because I have some other winners, but I want to give props to some of the worst teams, like the Texans. Detroit. The Texans and Detroit had they did really well. The Texans to me, they getting Derek Stingley, and then following it up with Jalen Petrie, and that was that's a really good move. They really did well in this draft, and so I think they did really well. Of course, I think the Jets did really well.
He said the Lions.
Yeah, the Lions, they did really well. And I have another loser that I just want to throw out there as my bonus loser.
But
Cliff Kingsbury
and Jermaine Johnson, that's ridiculous, bro.
Jermaine Johnson, after a while, I thought I'm like, oh, let's get Jermaine Johnson in Cincinnati, boy.
That's ridiculous, bro.
I was thinking the same thing when he was on the board for us, But
they got a top corner, top edge,
and a
top
receiver
wide out.
That's how you draft. From now on, that's how you draft. For to go with your theme, AJ, we got to go ahead and say it since we ain't gonna say. I know Jarvis is here. He put it in the chat already. The Eagles,
Philly balled out.
Everybody knows.
Philly definitely had the best draft in the NFC East for sure, and maybe the NFC.
And when you talk to Eagles fans, they know they hate Howie when it comes to the draft.
But the last 2 years, Howie been killing the draft.
That boy been drafted. And like you say, this year he put on some big boy pants. This year, I mean, you go out there and get Jordan Davis to go what you already have on your D line. You go out there and make a trade for AJ Brown. You go out there, you get Cam Jurgens, who's vouched for. I forget. I'm losing everything today.
Brought Fletcher Cox back for cheaper.
Mm-hmm. Then you steal N'Kobe Dean, just like Jarvis said in the chat already. He said he should be rated by OTAs. Like, come on, bro. This draft right here, like you said, Eagles.
He got an Achilles.
Pec.
Strain pec.
Like you said, you talk to Eagles fan. Eagles, they've been hating Howie. They say get away from the draft. They understand he can handle free agency. They know he's one of the best when it comes to the cap. They just been hating him on the draft. But now they're ready to get that man a parade. And
I forgot.
It's scary.
The draft day trade for AJ Brown.
Spooky.
And that's another reason why
that's what put it over the top. If you a fan, you can't be mad.
You was good for the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, they basically what does Hill say? They're going for it, even if they ain't got a window. They saying let's go for it with all of the resources that we do have.
Yeah,
let's go for it. I ain't mad at them, man. Because I like Jalen Hurts. And now Jalen Hurts got a couple weapons because Devontae now going to be even better of a weapon.
What I say about Justin Fields, you got to surround your young guy with talent. If you have a guy that you believe in, or even if you want to see if he's the guy, you got to surround him with talent. Give him every opportunity to see if he can be the guy. Because like I said in probably like episode 1, 2, or 3, when you have a quarterback and you may not think that he's the guy, surround him by all the talent in the world and let him, do what he got to do until someone that is the guy comes available. Otherwise, that's the way that you don't have to tank. Putting as much talent on your team and let everybody else be good. Yeah. But like I don't know
how happy Jalen was when he FaceTimed AJ Brown.
Yeah, I would be too.
They just laughed. They didn't even say nothing. Just geeked.
He's like, he wanted to be like, boy, get this boy Jalen the fuck out my face, dog.
That's why ass. Yeah, that's why Mark had the Titans as a loser. Like you said, you go to the race, you just trade AJ Brown
to get AJ Brown light.
I understand you drafted Treylon Burke right after that. Cool, I get it.
But to me,
I get it.
That's basically trading in your Corvette that rides perfect. Everything. It just you got to put some money in it to give it an oil change. And instead of getting that oil change, you go to the auction, buy a car, and you don't even get to test drive it. You don't even know if it worked.
But it goes to what we were saying, AJ. You said, who's going to draw that line in the sand when it comes to paying wide receivers? Okay, y'all drew that line in the sand. Y'all didn't want to pay AJ Brown. The offer that y'all gave him was straight disrespectful and so 100%. Yeah. You got to get me up out of here. But the thing is, it's not getting any better. Like you said, you traded that man, and that man got the contract before the night was over. You feel what I'm saying?
But I don't even know if I got the alert for the trade yet before I saw the contract. Like it literally was like he's traded and this contract is worth $100 million. Yeah, to me, what I'm saying is
in the middle of the draft. I'm like, how they work that out?
Yeah, because to me, this fast, like
I said, that's what I said. How we working, man? Yeah. That's all I could say after that.
But I don't. Before we move on, I just wanted to say I don't know if it got lost in the shuffle. Cliff Kingsbury, after this draft that the Cardinals had, they all need to be on the hot seat. That shit was terrible.
Wow! Whoa!
I thought that was a decent draft.
To me, we talking about trading first round picks. You trade a first round pick for Hollywood Brown.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have
done that.
That's what I'm saying. So you get rid of your first round pick for Hollywood Brown, especially after we've seen what the amount of wide receivers that were in this draft.
But the Ravens milked them for that. They probably didn't want to trade a first round pick, but once you get on the phone with the Ravens, y'all mentioned that earlier, bro. They got Ravens, bro.
They got 2 pass rushers. They end up getting Majay Sanders.
I like Majay, but to me, just overall, it's just like outside of that, I don't think that they got better. I don't see anywhere where they got better. Even, like I said, adding Hollywood Brown, it's like.
Well, here's the thing about Hollywood Brown. Once Nuke come back from his however many game suspension, Hollywood Brown is going to be a different receiver than we saw before if Kyler can be healthy, because he was the receiver threat on his team. Now he's the off receiver threat. So it's like he's going to be playing against weaker guys and your nickelback and taking them deep, bro. So it's like he should be getting off in Arizona.
He should be. This is the time that we're going to really see who really Hollywood Brown is. This is the make or break season for you. If you can't show up,
and if he does get off, then it was worth it.
It was good. But we can you mentioned the DeAndre Hopkins suspension. So I had a question. Why do we look at PED use differently in other sports than we do in baseball?
Because baseball's stupid and they want to live by that unwritten rule shit.
Can you explain what you mean though?
Okay, but
I can't.
Most of the time, like I said, we really don't get the big name users, the big names using PEDs in the NFL. We've had a few. I think most recently, Patrick Peterson. Yeah, I can remember. It might have been some more notable names. But for real, the top guys, the top people, they really don't use. They don't really, let's say, get caught using PEDs. And once at a time, and they all had the same story. Oh, I got caught with a different substance, or some this was in my body that it shouldn't have been. Somebody gave me something wrong, or it's always
shit. That was the MLB story too.
Nah,
that was Canelo's story too.
So, but most of the time they have the same story, and like I said, we just poo it. Like, okay, boom, he got 6 game suspension. Cool, we're gonna go about our business. It is what it is. But when they come to baseball, it's like, oh my god, it's like because
they get 100 game suspensions.
Yeah, but that's like 5 games compared to they play 300 games anyway.
But also, like I said, to me, baseball
is a lot of money lost out your contract though.
Baseball,
when you make it 300 mil.
This is all baseball's fault that people look at PEDs this way, because baseball was way more fun. Baseball was way more fun during the PED era. People loved it. Yeah. People, bro, name a better time in baseball that it was Sammy Sosa, Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire.
A-Rod, come on, Hill. Yankees balled out though that era.
But you had these old curmudgeon ass motherfuckers who watched baseball, was like, oh, they're tainting the game. Just the same way they talking about like with these young Dominican boys and Latino boys, the Ronald Acuñas and all of them. Oh, it's too much celebrating. Oh, you have to, protect the sanctity of the sport. Like, man, shut the fuck up. This shit fun. This is supposed to be entertainment. Y'all want to talk about pastime. We ain't trying to go. How you passing time when the seats is empty? You just got them boys out there playing 162 games in front of 37 people. Yeah. Look at the Red Stadium, bro. Yeah. Bro, I could tell somebody a secret across the stadium.
Baseball stadiums they be empty till August and September, bro.
No, but what I'm saying is, if steroid era, you will have a day game. Yeah. You will have a Tuesday day game that could have 30,000 people sometimes, because baseball was just that much fun.
And it was records being broken.
That's what I'm saying. And people talk about
there it is.
People were saying how it was unfair to the pitchers. Like, pitchers wasn't taking steroids. To me,
facts,
bro.
Kirk Schilling.
Bro, give me steroid baseball and throw in aluminum bats while we at it. Like, move the fences back 50 feet. Let me see some 575-foot home runs, all of that shit. Let me see all of that. Like, I don't care. Like, the MLB ruined that. They ruined it. It's their fault.
Yeah, Big Papi kind of ruined it by himself.
No, because Big Papi, people love Big Papi.
Bond.
People love Big Papi.
And use PEDs himself, man. And
people love people, but people still love on it. But people still love Big Papi though.
Because PEDs for the most part has been phased out. The NFL, they did that in the 90s. But when other leagues have handled it, MLB.
That's a myth. PEDs have been prevalent in the NFL.
MLB politic, and they're still politicking.
PEDs have not been phased out of NFL. That's a myth. That is a myth.
Let PEDs back in all sports.
The NFL
put it in the NBA, raise the rim up another foot.
At one point was testing for recreational drugs harder than PEDs. That's the thing. Yeah. Baseball was specifically targeting PEDs. And they really cracked down on it. They had Congress with them cracking down on it. Mm-hmm. Football and other sports managed to avoid that. Even now, look at this. I know it's less games, but it's like if we did the math, the ratio it's still gonna be off. 6-game suspension because it's like some of these baseball players are doing half a year. So it's like if we got 18 games,
6 games suspension is damn near, but it's almost half a year. But then also guess what?
But
baseball, bro. But also when you do the math, baseball players have on average longer careers than NFL players.
But I'm not saying like you can't break it down to the career because they get paid by the game just like the other people. So it's like you got to break it down.
But if you get paid by the game and on average I last 5 years and you last 3.5,
I'm just saying, bro,
I come out a little bit better, especially when when our contracts is automatic. Once I sign, I get all
harder than other leagues. That's just a fact. The proof is in the pudding, and if
like I said,
math will say that too. So it's
league, but like I said, it's the league fault for that.
I'm not saying whose fault it is, but what I'm saying is the other leagues have gotten away with not focusing on that. But to Mark's point,
they understand what's important.
Because Mark is saying that PDs for the most part were phased out, and that's not true. People take PDs all the time, and the NFL has gotten real good at not saying what people take. Baseball will say they was taking the cream and clear. They was specifically taking Balco. They was specifically taking this. So it's like the NFL always say whether it's weed, whether it's coke, they try their best to say substance.
But that's also the thing.
Stay away from that, and that's good marketing.
Let me get in here real quick before you finish it. But jump in here. PEDs, PEDs can be considered whatever you want. PEDs can be considered marijuana if you feel like, okay, it helps me recover, it helps me stay focused, it helps me relax, or whatever you want to do. That can technically enhance your performance.
But it ain't on the list.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. You can consider like it's all on what you classify it. So the MLB, they consider like if you wanted to, I could put creatine on a PED list. I could put all of this GNC shit. I could put weight pro. I could put
the GNC stuff is up there.
But that's what I'm saying. It's just all of like it's all of what these. But that's what I'm saying, Cannon. The baseball they got a whole laundry list, especially after they went to Congress on all this.
That's what I'm saying, AJ.
Well, we fucking agree. I'm just saying
the MLB stupid. You have been saying that we haven't.
I never said we didn't.
Before we get to the NBA, we got a clip that we want to play that we want to discuss first.
All right.
What you think? Listen to the podcast and watch them. I can give you 50 million fans who would tell you the same thing enough already. So he is a polarizing athlete. Sure, there are certain younger fans, especially, that like to hear him play. I'll give you a large segment of older fans who have followed the NBA for 60 years. This is not a political scenario or a race situation. Who have followed Wilt and grew up as a Knicks fan, who loved Clyde and loved Reed and loved the Pearl.
I disagree with you on that. I'm not saying it's a race situation. I'm saying that the fans you're talking about, they talk about athletes that way, like you just talked about an athlete.
I think there's a lot. I think
people on Fox News talk about athletes that way.
Well, Fox News.
That's my issue. I don't actually care about the fans that watch Bob Cousy play or watch Wilt play. I don't care. Right. I appreciate that they've been NBA fans that long, but I don't appreciate the undertone. Hold on.
My God, JJ.
They just wanted to slap him, yo.
I don't appreciate the undertone.
I don't appreciate the undertone. That's pretty much like, bro, if you say anything else about this topic, you might get slapped.
JJ was like, you got one more time to throw Bob Cousy motherfucking name out there before I punch the shit out you, dog.
That matters right now, bro.
Bro, he's literally talking about, he said, I had fans that were watching the game 60 years ago. And them motherfuckers can't stay up. They can't stay.
No revenue right now for ESPN.
They can't stay up for a Warriors game. Them fans who watch Bob Cousy, they can't make that West Coast time.
They
in a home, bro. With the shakes.
Like, bro, and this is my thing. Bob Cousy ain't generating no revenue. That's
No,
why.
he's
That's
not.
really
JJ ain't
why
coming to no cookout.
JJ got
He can
offended
get a
because,
plate.
like, bro, we're talking about the current players of the league, and you're talking to me about players 50 plus years ago. Get out of town, bro. Like, we're talking about the fans of the game now. And like JJ said, I can appreciate them, but I don't care about what they think about the game. It's not their game anymore. It's like we say in Kappa, bro. When all our student days are done. Like, bro, when I'm 60, no one's gonna care about what I think about what's going on in the NBA, except for people who are 60 also. You feel me?
Who do you think is the
People who are
worst?
25 to 45 run the world. That's just really how it goes.
Who do you think is the worst player left in the NBA playoffs right now?
The worst player?
The worst player left in the NBA playoffs.
What type of
Okay, it don't matter.
Yeah, that's a
whoever's the worst
player that I don't like a lot, Danny Green.
Yeah.
Okay, Danny Green. Danny Green would give Bob Cousy buckets
Yes, he will,
and
man.
lock him the fuck up.
Yes, he would.
Stop
I like okay.
Stop talking to me about no fucking Bob Cousy. He ain't doing shit.
Danny Green will cook Bob Cousy. Bob Cousy only dribble with one hand.
Get that man buckets, boy.
But I just don't understand the whole reasoning on why he even on there though. Like, what is it like? Like
he's on there to get those few Bob Cousy fans, bro.
Bro, that's like when ESPN had Rush Limbaugh, bro. They just trying to bring it all home because you got some of those people complaining. Oh,
some Fox viewers.
ESPN has become
JJ might get in trouble for that comment.
No, he won't.
That Fox comment, bro.
Bro, it's Disney, bro. This is the wide world of sports. Fox is our competitor anywhere. Nah. This ABC.
Yeah, we'll see.
First off, fuck your clip and the clip you can't.
We'll see. I agree, Kenny. We'll see.
Because say still, you know what I mean? She really didn't say nothing. You know what I mean? She in her own little situation with them.
Hey man, look. Sometimes you got the right skin for the white skin, boy.
But I understand. And I understand. You know,
that's very true.
I mean, JJ has a successful podcast of his own.
He played in the NBA. He don't need that.
But he's growing. He's growing up the ladder in ESPN. He's calling games now.
He played the game, and players respect him
because like you said, when you play the game all you have to do is be good for us to acknowledge. Okay, we'll listen to your opinion, and then when you have an educated
and his takes
opinion,
is legit.
That's what I'm saying. When you have an
integrity with his takes.
Yeah, so
and he ain't reaching like the dude.
And he don't like when people who can't play try to criticize people.
Try to cap. Like, come on, bro. Like you said, when you start getting out of hand, like you say, getting out of line.
I don't like the undertone, man.
Yeah. I don't like the tone.
I'm about to slap you on TV.
Yeah, you keep watch the tone. Keep your hand on your head.
I don't know what that word means, but I'm gonna take it as disrespect.
You start pointing that stuff, bro.
Yeah, bro. So NBA Finals. I mean, not finals. Damn, I'm trying to.
I'm about to say, God,
I'm ready to get the playoff over with, man. So I can get back to regular life. It's looking like right now, the Heat is gonna go up, 2-0 over the Sixers. Like I said, they definitely in a tough spot without Embiid. Unfortunately, I really wish 76-63 right now, and 5 minutes left in the third. Unfortunately. Without Embiid, that's like I said, it's a total different team.
They overmatched.
You can ask for Harden to step up. You can ask for everybody else to step up. But it was the reason why Embiid was the MVP candidate. He makes the team go, and they're just not the same team right now. Hopefully, he can come back to games 3 and 4. We can see a better series. They can, they get back home. He get that Philly crowd under their back. But right now, as we speak, they may go down 2-0. So who do y'all have in this series?
I got to go with the Heat just because, for one, it would have been tough for them with Embiid, just off of the simple fact that, the Heat, they're the number 1 seed for a reason. You know what I mean? So I think it would have been tough. And just not having Embiid and then you mess around, you go down 2-0. And I know you say, protect home court. The series don't start until then, but we also don't know when they are going to be able to get him back. And that first round series, Embiid, he was saving them. It took some buzzer beaters, for Embiid to, lift that team out of that first round series. So unless, unless Harden get into one of them strip clubs real quick, get his mojo back, this is gonna be bad. And like I said,
man.
I hate to see it. Hey, he got to bring the mohawk. The same thing I said with Kevin Durant. The moment Kevin Durant brushes hair, he will be the best player in the NBA, and it won't happen until then. He got to brush his hair. But
that boy need a perm.
Hey,
get an S curl, get a kit. You gotta get a kit.
Definitely ain't picking those sixes in no series. Trust the process, man. Hey, y'all did better this year, but unfortunately, like I said, man, y'all just never quite. Y'all can't get that thing to curl, man. Y'all can't, man. And Miami just been a better team all year. Let's be real. They clicking. They got the better coach. They got the healthiest star. And that's been one of my knock on Embiid his whole career is health. And this is a freak accident. It's not even his fault. But it's what players who have been healthy a lot. I like to think it's been a lot of luck. You feel me?
It's tons of luck.
It's been a lot of luck. But also it's been your preparation and how you take care of your body. So it's like, hey man, you're just not there. Once again, and be in the clutch when they need you. So
just an unfortunate situation. Like, if I wanted to see them full strength, so we can.
And I hate to see injuries affect shit.
I do. Like I said, every time somebody got injured in the playoff, I was saying in the group, like, come on, man. Like, I hate this at this time of the year.
Mm-hmm.
You want to see everybody at full strength. You want to see the mano a mano. It's just unfortunate. So, like, part two of tonight will be the Suns and the Mavs.
Mm-hmm.
The Suns are up 1 right now. How we feel? Well, Ken, how you feel? Ken, how you feel first?
With Book.
Okay.
And look, man, CP3 been shutting me up this playoffs, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see if he'll be there in the end because it's the very end for him. But man, that 14 for 14 game, I don't think I ever seen nothing like that.
You haven't. Not in the playoffs. You ain't never seen nothing like that.
I don't even think in the regular season, bro. Like, that was phenomenal. We have 37 points that game.
He was cooking.
Of 14, that's 28 points. So it's like, bro, he didn't miss, plus had more than what he was supposed to have with that amount of field goals. So it's just like, hey man, still was dropping dimes. Now you bring Book back. You got Monty coaching, man. The Mavericks, they got Luka.
But that was my thing, and I thought I knew the better team was the Suns, and I was gonna pick the Suns, and 6 or 7. Let's just say that. The fact that they were struggling with Brandon Ingram was, I'm like, because like I said, he was having a ball that series. I'm like, okay, what are they gonna do with Luka? Like I said, if you couldn't stop Brandon Ingram, you're definitely gonna have a whole lot of problems with Luka. And the fact that Luka came out and dropped 40 off rip, it's like, okay. But I understand the game plan. Let Luka cook and stop everybody else. We've seen this game plan before on other stars, So I can understand it. Like I said, I can understand it. It's just the fact that, they may figure it out. I'm like I said, I have the Suns regardless of the simple fact. I just don't want it to be an ugly series. Like,
I feel like it might be.
I want it to be competitive, and I do want it to be competitive, but I just feel that they just don't match up. They don't match up at all with the Suns. The Suns are, the Ayton is
full throttle.
Ayton is eating in the playoffs. Who would have thought that he was going to eat like this? He wants to get paid. I understand. This is where you earn your money. Book came back from his hamstring injury. CP3 is, knock on wood, he holding it down. It's just the fact that they can play small ball. They can get big. They have the more versatile rosters. Like, and I think
Cam Johnson.
The Mavs can only play one way, unfortunately. So go ahead, AJ.
So what I was saying in that last series, it was like early on, Monty was getting out coached by Willie. He wasn't pushing the right buttons. As he started getting comfortable not having Book and understanding what was going on with Brandon and what needed to be done, and switching out some players and realizing, okay, let me not get married to this roster, like this lineup. in this rotation, and he started, he took out Torrey Craig, and Torrey Craig wasn't playing as often. He would put in Bismack Biyombo, and he was giving Aaron Holiday some run. Then things started to shift. But with this series, having Book back, it gives us something that we didn't have in those games that we didn't look good in New Orleans, which is giving us a secondary, person who could create their own shot. Without Book, Chris Paul, he's trying to, work the offense, get people in position, but also being the number one shot creator. And just at that age, for him to do that for 4 quarters is a lot. So that's why, to me, when he would come out cold and he couldn't make those first couple shots, it was almost like he would just kind of like, all right, let me try and facilitate, and then take over in the fourth quarter again to kind of bring it home. But he was cold. Now now having Booker, you have those other closers where it's like Chris Paul can get the offense started in the first, Book can do what he got to do in the second and third, and Chris Paul can close it, and then you still got DeAndre Ayton, and that makes it such a hard matchup for these teams.
You still got a bench,
and that's what I'm saying. And then it doesn't put as much pressure on Crowder, Bridges, Cam Johnson to score. About? Exactly. It don't put that pressure on them to score like that. Like they can just get those free buckets and those ancillary buckets, for being open, because your eyes are on DeAndre, your eyes are on Book, your eyes on Chris Paul. So I think, Luka gonna get his. Luka gonna get 30. Luka gonna get 40. But I think this is gonna be a race to probably 105, 110. And I don't think they have the scores necessary, with our full complement of players to beat us there, especially because it's not like we're just like a bad defensive team. We are a really good defensive team as well. So I think we'll win this series. I think, to me, when you have a Luka Doncic, I think you'll get a game or two. So I think the Suns will get this in 6. Yeah, they missed Porzingis, but I still don't think Porzingis
still would have been the same.
I don't think Porzingis would really change that much, because Porzingis he's a big that plays like a little.
They became a better team once they got rid of Porzingis. Unfortunately, I still don't understand why that couldn't work, why that didn't work, but it just didn't work. So there's no need to dwell on that one, unfortunately. The other series are tied 1-1 right now, and the Warriors
and speaking of that, because we talked about injuries, did they ever say what happened to Gary Payton Jr.?
Fractured elbow.
So how long he gonna be out for?
So he probably out.
He probably done.
Definitely. Probably.
Because he been really, really cooking for them, man.
Yeah. I mean, because just like your daddy, defensive,
just like his daddy,
came out the womb strapping,
came out the womb.
But he was giving them some offensive punches. Well, I'm not saying like he just lighting up the scoreboard, but like you said, he
that series though. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, let's go.
I mean, every single play, man. Like, the role players on Memphis, they stepped up, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Clark and Jackson and Brooks, even though Brooks was out last game, but it's like these players are stepping up, and Jordan Poole is ridiculous, bro. Jordan Poole is absolutely ridiculous. The dunks in the other night, like this is like you said, Hill, it's rivaling the NFL playoffs. The way that that series is playing, and the way that the Brooklyn and Celtics series played out, would have just been like a one possession game almost every game. It's been amazing, man. I don't know who's gonna take this series. I want Memphis to take it, but I'm scared. I'm scared to death, and I'm hoping. But he ain't coming back. Y'all just said indefinitely, so it's like he out. But I still think Golden State is tough, even without they tough without him. And what's up with Draymond? Draymond, he good, right?
Yeah, he good. He finished the game. He finished the game. Put some ice on it. Yeah. You want to go, AJ? Because
yeah. So this series kind of reminds me of what I used to say about the bubble. How the bubble role players played above their head because there was no really crowd interaction. So I think we've seen in that Memphis Minnesota series how Memphis, they could make a lot of mistakes sometimes. They could shoot themselves in the foot and play themselves out of a game. So seeing how they respond when they are in Golden State, which is, notorious for their crowd and that atmosphere, to see how they respond to that and see how those role players play is going to be interesting to me. And because if Golden State holds serve at home, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough for Memphis because especially in Golden State, let Steph Curry make 2 threes in a row, or let Clay get cooking. That crowd is gonna get crazy, and it's gonna put a lot of pressure on Memphis, and they may start taking some bad shots. Like I said, it's tied up, so they still got a chance, but it can get tough for them, and sometimes that experience, it shows because you see it took a virtuoso performance from Ja for them to get that win.
But I also had that same thought, like when they would go up 6, I'm like, it's over. Like, dang, they didn't hit their little run. I'm like, it's over. But then they would just answer it, man. They would just answer it, and even if it was something virtuoso from Ja, he just was doing it, and I feel like this series is going to be like that all the way to the end.
The series is over. Warriors got this. Warriors in 5. I'm sorry.
And that's what, like, to me, how like this, like when the Warriors get in, like when they get in Golden State, it's gonna be different.
That's it. It's gonna be different because think about
different.
They should have the Grizzlies should have won game 1.
They should have,
and they didn't. And they tried to slip up and lose game 2, but they won. You keep playing with it, like you said. First off, they don't know how to knock out Golden State because they can't. Golden State is playoff tested. They're battle tested. They know this. Like I said, Grizzlies.
They don't make the mistakes that Memphis do.
The Grizzlies out here playing with house money.
They've been making mistakes.
The Grizzlies been out here playing with house money, and they gonna go to, like I said, you gonna get back to the it ain't the Oracle no more. But you get back to
if they get one game, it ain't gonna be in 5. So it's like,
but they not. I'm this is my prediction. I'm just saying they definitely not winning game 3 and Golden State. That crowd is gonna be rocking. And then
especially coming
4,
off that L. Woo!
Yeah.
It's good. They go because I think
Golden State is their best bet. Game 4 is the best bet for Grizzlies, but they don't stand a chance for me in game 3. And like I said, and they'll wrap it up.
I'm giving them a chance. I'm giving them a chance in every game, bro.
I understand that.
I'm giving them a chance.
I understand that. Hey, I was wrong about the quarterbacks getting drafted.
Yeah, you definitely was. You literally said, and that's what I was saying. Yeah. You literally told me it's over for the Celtics, man. And then they was down at half. Remember he was on the pod and you was looking at it.
Yeah.
And you was like, it's over for them. And they came back and won that and didn't lose another game. So it's like,
I was wrong then. I was wrong about the quarterbacks in the draft. I could be wrong now. But damn it, that's what I said.
I respect it.
And it's documented, damn it.
I respect it.
So we got the last playoff series is speaking of the Celtics and the Bucks. Now, I got the Celtics. And I was scared as hell after game 1, to be quite honest. I was scared as hell after game 1 because I'm like, this is crazy. But then game 2
coming back, man.
He ain't.
Not this series, bro.
Not this series.
Well,
but then game 2 was like game 1 in reverse. So it's what are we gonna get from this series?
Yeah, I don't. I think the next game might be a close one. You got 2 blowouts. Now you're gonna have a close one.
Now you're gonna have a close one. But I
don't know who it is. But I'm rolling with the Bucks.
And I understand that.
Best play on the planet.
Because they still don't have an answer for Giannis.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And
they defensively did a job on him.
Yeah,
but Giannis took, I think, like 9. Yeah, I was about to say Giannis had like 19 attempts in the paint, if I'm not mistaken. And to me,
stop getting to the paint.
And that's what I'm saying. If you get Giannis 19 attempts in the paint, eventually he gonna start getting those. And just one of those games, 19 attempts, he gonna get a lot of those. And you're gonna get in foul trouble, and then you really ain't gonna be able to stop.
Foul trouble is gonna be key in these playoffs. If you can get a star 2 in foul trouble, you can steal a victory.
And to me, that's one of the things. Just seeing what Giannis did in game 1 is like, Giannis don't like he's Superman, bro. He don't get tired. So to see how he did that against that full complement of Celtics players, it's like, yeah, you may get him in game 2, but remember, like, he came back to us. Like when he did that in the finals against us, he just was like, all right, fuck it. Come on with me, boys. We're gonna win this shit.
I want to know how long Marcus Smart is gonna be out though. Them thigh bruises and thigh contusions,
especially when it's a deep thigh bruise.
Yeah, that shit different. Last for a long time.
Ain't no telling. It ain't no telling.
I'm torn on this series because Budenholzer, he know what he's doing defensively. He know what he's doing defensively against the Celtics. And last game, they was just hitting their shots.
Yeah.
But when you do that, we've seen it. Remember with that old Magic team? Hey, you live by the 3, you die by the 3. So sometimes the Magic team with Dwight, they had Dwight and they just put all them 3-point shooters around him. You know, when those shots don't start when they're not falling, and then Budenholzer got that paint on lock and you can't get in the paint, it's tough. So, but it's just hard for me to pick the Bucks without Chris Middleton. So I'm gonna go to Celtics, but I'm gonna go and this is going 7 to me.
Okay, I respect
this is going to 7 to me, and I think Ime Udoka, like I want to see him and these young boys, you know, what they can do in this next round. So possibly Celtics versus Heat.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What do y'all think about these flagrants? The flagrant fouls that we've been seeing.
The one on Dylan Brooks, that was warranted.
I 100% agree with that one.
Dylan Brooks one?
Yeah, 100% warranted to me because to me that's, you know, that was like if that ain't a flagrant 2, then what is like? Do we got to go up with a closed fist?
Yeah,
because to me,
and the player can get injured if a player jumps in the air and you change the way that their body is going while in the air. I feel like that should be a flagrant or flagrant 2. The way he landed was caused by you. He wouldn't have landed like that, even if it's an accident. You feel me? The Draymond Green one, I agree with that one too, because you pull a man down. Yes, you did try to catch him because you realized that, I shouldn't have done that. But it's like, people can get seriously hurt by that. You know you can't pull a man in the air by his jersey, bro. So it's like, make smarter choices. Brooks, I don't know what the hell you was thinking. That game was on some football type stuff at points.
From the gate.
Yeah, I really think Memphis was really just trying to they were trying to, you know,
intimidate,
impose their will and show like, hey, we here, and you know, we're not gonna take it, and you know, y'all got game 1, so we got to really do what we need to do to make y'all know that we're here. So you know, I get that, but you still, and to me, but you got to do that within the rules of the game. To me, that's definitely a flagrant 2. Because to me, it's almost like you had, like, from, you know, watching the replay, bro, you had no chance of blocking that shot. He was up with his left hand. He had, you know, you had to go through his body to do it, and to, you know,
and
the
you
way
follow through.
Yeah, like to me, that's letter of the law, flagrant 2. So I'm not mad at it. You will not hear not a single cape from me saying that, oh, this game is soft. Like, bro, like you can really you can really hurt somebody like that.
Now, like, Tell me if I'm wrong for this, because I remember when I said this. I think I might have said this in the group when Grayson Allen flagrant foul Alex Caruso, and I said you should be out as long as the player is injured. Like, that's your suspension should coincide with how long this player's injury is. Now, I ain't saying, okay, boom, let's say somebody tear their ACL, they miss a year. I ain't saying you got to be, you know, I ain't saying let's go that far that you got to just wait a whole year till he come back. But let's, like, some type of repercussion has to happen for an injury.
Yeah, because
for the rest of the series.
I'm not mad, bro, because he can't come back. Like,
yeah, like that's
the same way when Kelly Olynyk did that to Kevin Love.
Yeah.
They would have got that chip, bro.
You feel what I'm saying? So you thought
they would have got that chip.
You gotta think about when we talk about basketball. Basketball, most of the injuries that when you could play basketball, sprain ankle, thumb, hand, you know, something that you can do, like, that can happen inadvertently. You know what I'm saying? Like, those, we can't get past that. Those are something that you can walk on the court right now and sprain your ankle. You know what I'm saying?
We're talking about
intentional flagrant 2. Yeah. Flagrant 2 type foul.
Not on an injury prone person. That's
look.
I'm talking about flagrant.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing. If I do something accidentally, but I was doing it recklessly, and I kill someone, you still going to jail.
Manslaughter.
You still going to jail for manslaughter. You still have to face something because your recklessness, your apathy for other people's care caused injury, bodily harm, physical, you know, damage. So guess what?
This man is a psychiatrist now.
You have to pay for that. And so to me, you can't just, go up flagrantly, hit somebody, and they get hurt and just walk away scot-free. Even if they don't go, for however long that person is out, you should still miss some games. Yeah, like you cause bodily harm.
Yeah.
But think about the Joker and Morris injury at the beginning of the season. But that was
Morris' fault. That was Morris' fault. Hey, bro, run up and get done up.
Yeah. Morris started it and he just finished it. Unfortunately,
so he should be out all the time that he was injured because he started it.
It was exemption. It's an exemption to every rule, and I guess if you want that to be the exemption, there you go. Because, like I said, you started at Morris, you still ain't played 6. That's a damn shame. He beat that boy. Well, let's go out here. Let's start it. We got one question to start off the 2-minute one. We replaced that other one, so I'm gonna read that one first, y'all.
All right, hold on. All right, y'all ready?
Let's get it. Let's start that clock. 2-minute warning. Let's get it.
All right, we going.
What about Brittany Griner? If this was LeBron, would she be home already?
No.
Absolutely.
This is Russia. You ain't got no control over with Russia.
America would have sent their troops for Brian. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm with Cannon, bro. he wouldn't have lasted a day in Russia. They'd have got Brian, bro. They would have went and got Brian.
It's about money too, man. Russia also likes money too, AJ. Like Brittany Griner just don't have the bag, bro. Brian got political power.
But also, it's hard for me to say that because Bron ain't gonna be over there in the first place with
oil. Bron ain't gonna be over in Russia, and he dang sure ain't gonna be carrying illegal stuff through customs.
Yeah,
exactly.
But I mean, she should be home, and then like you said, like Lisa, Leslie,
she definitely should be home though.
She definitely should be.
Lisa Leslie definitely said that they've been told to keep a low profile on the situation, but hopefully she's home.
It need to be high profile. The more profile might help her get home.
I'm sorry, bro. Nothing I can do. But
I'm not mad at you, but I'm just
I know. They should have been there more.
That's stupid.
Oh, all right. Ryan Tannehill say it ain't his job to mentor Malik Willis.
It's definitely not. So it's like I feel like it's a jerk move. If I'm not gonna mentor nobody, I'm not gonna say that publicly.
Just don't say it.
You see what I'm saying? Publicly, I'm gonna say I'm all about making sure the team get better. Whatever it takes for the team to get better. So it's like he could have worded it better, but I understand it's a competitive sport. I don't gotta help the person that you trying to get to replace me.
And that's all. I think that's the part of the disconnect between people. Of course, that you don't have to be the mentor, but you don't have to say what you just said. That's stupid.
Yeah.
All right, AJ, 15 seconds.
Just don't say it.
All right, let's go.
But damn, I forgot my question. Fuck it.
The Hugh Jackson joint.
Oh, Hugh Jackson, man, fuck the NFL because they like the NFL stopped replace. All right, hold on, we just gonna remove that. Y'all gonna talk to me at the last second. The NFL they concluded that their investigation they didn't find proof that the Browns asked Hugh Jackson to tank.
They investigated themselves.
They always do. They've been using they've been using the same investigator for every single thing. This lady has been used to investigate Zeke. She's been used to investigate the Commanders. She's been used to investigate all these issues. But you know what? Elizabeth Warren had issues with her when she was in charge of the SEC for shit that wasn't really getting done and malpractice in the SEC. So do I really want to trust her? Because it seems like she's on board with the NFL pro bono. So
she's in cahoots, bro.
Yeah. So like, if you don't want to find nothing, you ain't gonna find nothing.
that plain and simple. If you don't want to find them, and like you said. It was a tough fight.
Investigate themselves, we all be innocent.
Boy, sometimes I could have investigated myself.
Man, listen, you can catch us on all major podcast platforms. 3Man Weave, Instagram, Twitter, 3Man Weave _. You can email us at podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. This is episode 151. We also on TikTok and Twitch, 3Man Weave _ I'm Hill. That's Cannon. That's AJ. Shouts out to the 4. Sad.
And we ain't get us canceled this time.